Everybody, welcome to the daily update for Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Happy hump day. It's going to be a quick one today. I got a meeting I've got to get to, but I want to make a point that I think I made yesterday, and I think I've made, I don't know, like 157 times over the last 20 years. Prediction is the death of us. Yesterday, when we were at the lows, everyone predicted, I'd say everybody, but you know what I mean, the chattering class, the peanut gallery, the sky is falling people on FinTwit. They were predicting yesterday that we were going to crash, right? We didn't crash, we reversed. Then last night, we had the Kospi hitting the circuit breakers, down 8%, then down 11%, 15% in 2 days. Asia imploding. Everyone's freaking out. We're going to open down today. What do? We open up, and a lot of names just ripped today. So again, prediction is a bad thing because not only can you get it wrong, but when you're sitting here predicting what you think is going to happen here, something else can be happening over there and you don't have your eye on it. So, all right, let's go to, I want to just zoom in on something here. Well, first of all, go check out my timeline or go check out the Lund Loop because this is a free video. 7 things I wish I could tell my younger trading self. It's under the AMA tab, I believe, on the website. I think this is pretty valuable. Let's go to today's topic. All it takes is one good trade. This has been a very, very frustrating market, right? Chop, 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 chop. People that are pushing it, they're pushing it getting chopped up. The hardest market, bear market? No, sideways market. So if you just sit back, take your time, pick your spots, all you need is one good trade a week, one good trade a month, one good trade a quarter. If you have a really good trade, you may just need one trade for the whole year. We had 7 opportunities in the last 5 days to get that one good trade. And I just want to walk through some of these here. First of all was Palantir. Okay. You can go back and look at the daily update from, I guess it would have been from Monday, and I did a full recap on this. This Palantir, by the way, let me pause for just a second here. I was remiss yesterday in that I did not give one of our OGs in the trading room in the Lund Loop, Gator, some credit for creating this totally cool customizable widget here. Let's see, right here. That shows you year-to-date, percentage from year-to-date, up or down, percentage from 52-week high, and percentage from all-time highs. I love this thing. So, all right, back to the show. So you could have got into Palantir right here when we put it on the daily setups, and you could have held it until it hit the resistance level right here on Monday, which I said in real time, hey, maybe you trim a little bit so that you can hang on to it if it comes in a bit. You could have trimmed, maybe you didn't trim, whatever. Point is, if you did, you could have held on to it till it firmed up here, and then boom, we got as high as 154 today. So I mean, look, you take a couple thousand shares on this thing, you know, you're moving 26 points, you know, make 25, 50 grand. It's not bad. It's a pretty good trade. How about DraftKings? Same thing, right? 22 to 25. That's some scratch. PayPal. It's one we put on right here. 40, 45 and a half. You got up to 46.85. Even crappy ones like TTD. 23.80 to as high as 25. How about today? Amazon, which we had on the setups list for a while now, from like the 208 range up to 216. Even Cisco from 78 to 80. That's not such a big trade. The point I'm trying to make is you just need one good trade. That's it. You don't got to force things. You don't gotta. You don't have to force things. You just sit, you wait, you pick your spots, you look at that daily setups list, see if something makes sense to you, see if it looks like a good risk reward, take your shot. And here's the thing. If you lose on 2, 3, 4 of those, but you cut your losses really quick, all it takes is one to run. One Palantir wipes out 3, 4, 5 quick losses. So anyway, all right. If you want to watch the rest of this video and you're on Twitter, click the link in the reply. And if you're on that thing called YouTube, click the link in the comments. Okay, so where does this leave us now? Let's go over here. Remember to go back to the screen, Brian. Okay. Look, all we've done is stop going down. That's it. Let me just take a quick peek at the... all right. I know we've got Broadcom coming out, and that might move the market here. All we've done is stop going down. But we had buyers show up again, push us up above this level, and now we've got some follow through. If you've been a Lund Loop subscriber for any amount of time, you know what I'm going to say next. What would I really like to see? I'd like to see 2 days, just sideways consolidation. Just hold this. I don't even really want us to go up here because then I'm worried that we just come right back down. I'd like to see buyers support it here. I'd like to see sellers not be able to drive it down. And if we do that, like a 2-day sideways base in there, I guarantee we're going to see a lot of stuff come on to the green list. But it's a start. We stopped going down. We've recaptured a level, but we are still below all the moving averages here except for the 200. The Qs. I like the fact that the Qs outperformed the rest of the market on a relative basis today. Again, 2 days sideways action right here would give us the possibly the ability to close back above here and hold. And I think if we do close back above here and hold, we're probably going back to all-time highs. Yeah, we're above the 8, we're above the 21. So stop going down, a little bit of fall through. We're waiting for a base and then the move after the move. Pretty much the same thing here on IWM. We're back above the 50 and not quite as good here on the Dow. Dow really needs to get back above here. So I don't know. It just feels like any other time in this area here where we get a big push off of the lows, push off the lows, push off the lows, and we cannot break the range. Why can't we break the range? Well, let's take a look here. We're not going to break out, I don't think, until, whoops. See, whenever my drawings don't show up, I know that I've put this on the screen that's supposed to be the indexes. And I got to flip back over here and then do this. And then you'll see them show up. There we go. Okay. So I don't think we will get to all-time highs until XLF resolves this downtrend. That doesn't mean XLF has to get to all-time highs as well, but it needs to show that it's done going down, that it can get back above the 200. It's doing the work it needs to do here to show us the bottom is in. But until it, breaks back up into this area, basically 53 is where we need to see it. It depends how fast it gets there, but I want it above all the moving averages. If we can see that, if we get some push off here, I think we got a shot at all-time highs. Until then, we're just probably going to chop. VIX smashed today, but didn't get smashed quite to the bottom. Curved a little bit. You know how I feel about this. Until this thing breaks this rising trend line, not going to rest easy. TLT. All right, a little bit of a consolidation here after this false breakout. Again, we're going to watch to see if it goes like this and then rolls, or if that was it for momentum and it curves back up. Dixie, yeah, a little bit of a rest after this 2-day run. Makes sense, right at the 200-day moving average. XLV, disappointing day yesterday. At least it's holding above the 50, but has a lot of work to do. Bitcoin, this is probably one of the best things I've seen recently, is Bitcoin curving up here, breaking above here. I need it above here and to hold here for a little bit above both the 50 and this resistance level for not to rest easy, but to kind of be a little bit more secure that the bottom is in. But this is a great start. IGV doing the same thing here. I closed all my IGV calls out today. They were up 200%. I was trying to hold them some tomorrow, but they expire on Friday. So I thought I was pushing it, especially since it looked like it was kind of selling off a little bit at the close. But IGV is off the bottom, maybe a day or two of sideways action. I'd probably buy calls again in this for, maybe for a month out. XHB, all right, a little dead cat bounce here. Needs to hold above this area. SMH, and this is going to do something based upon Broadcom, I'm sure. But it's holding at the 50. XBI, holding at the 50 as well. We already talked about XLF, carry, doing some of the work it needs to do to put a bottom in here. But you can see there's much more work here. right? Low, bounce, lose it, bounce, another higher low, gap below, push up. So this area right here, we're really seeing buyers step in. Carries really just got 2 days. So this thing probably needs to move in this direction like this for a little bit longer. Oil, still moving higher. XLE, not doing much. OIH, not doing much. I feel like oil's maybe about ready to sell off. I'm not sure if I would short it here, but gold, marginally back above that little breakout level. Gold miners, below it. Silver, kind of in no man's land here. Barely holding on here. Solar's at the 50. And pot, doesn't really exist. Some names that look good. CIFR, I don't know much about this stock. It looks a little thinner than I like to see intraday, but I like this. So I'm going to put it on the green list. Did I set that up correct? I did. What else? Kava, looking a lot better. Probably should have put on the green list yesterday. I missed it. Maybe an inside bar here would put it over there. AST, look at that fall through. We talked about this yesterday, the early strength on this. CMG's kind of looking like an inverted head and shoulders here. It's got a little double bottom off this level. This wouldn't be the worst spot to start trading or investing against if you want to build a position. I need to see it break this. I think this is a good bar right here to get involved in, at least on a move up here. So I'm going to put it on the green list. Microsoft, trying to bottom. Netflix needs a little bit of a pullback. All right. Amazon, we already talked about this. Nice breakout finally into this area. That goes over to the active list. Bros, I think still looks good here. It's having a little trouble getting into this area and holding, but I think it could still go. Cisco, we talked about this already. Broke out. Palantir, we talked about all these, right? Palantir still active. DraftKings still active. PayPal. One more day here. And it go back to the green list. TTD, a day or two sideways, it would go back to the green list. Devon falls off the list. And that's it. Like I said, if we could get that 2-day consolidation, which I always want, never get, but if we could just get it, I think we're going to see a lot of stuff come on the watch list, and we'll get some good risk reward setup. So anyway, if you're not in the trading room yet, get in there. And if you get in there, I'll see you there tonight.